Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can install iSierra into your computer. Okay, so for this we will need a hard disk drive or a SSD, solid state drive, and a pen drive with at least 8 gigs, 8 gigabytes. Okay, so this image was built by the Brazilian Hackintosh community, and I recommend that you also download Clover bootloader and Clover configurator because you will need it later for the post install. Okay, so copy after download. I will leave the links on the video description, and you should download and put it on a USB drive to move it to your Mac installation. Okay, so first we need to format our pen drive. Normally I use this tool as the formatter, but I don't know what happened. It didn't work for this tutorial, so we are going to format the pen drive directly with Windows. Okay, so give it a name, press start, and erase your pen drive. Okay, it's done. So now we need to burn this iSierra image with Balena Etcher. Okay, so the download link will be in the video description. You just need to select the iSierra image created by the Brazilian Hackintosh community. Select your pen drive and click flash. Okay, so this will take a while, so I recommend you use a USB 3.0. It will be faster. And so I will cut the video or edit the video to reduce the time. And so after flashing the pen drive, the application will also validate. Okay, so be patient. Okay, so if you are starting Hackintosh, this is the first time you will be trying Hackintosh, there are some things that you should check before you try it. So first use Google to see if your hardware is compatible with Mac OS. Also, you need to check how to configure your BIOS, your computer BIOS, because there are some tweaks you need to turn off or turn on in order MacOS to run. Okay, so one of the things that for sure you will need to turn on is your hard disk SATA to HE mode. Okay, so search it how to change it in your BIOS. Okay, so now we have our pen drive, so it's not readable in Windows because it's Mac. It's a Mac pen drive right now. So the rest of the process, don't forget to copy the Clover bootloader and Clover configurator, and now plug in your hard disk. Should be formatted FAT GUID. Okay, put your pen drive and boot from your pen drive. So in my gigabyte motherboard I have to press F12, and after that I will find an UEFI partition in my pen drive. So after that you should see Clover bootloader. Okay, so as you can see, this was created by Hackintosh BR from Brazil. Okay, so you just need to press return. and the process should start. So I will fast forward the video because this will take a while. Okay, but it's really important that you check how to configure your BIOS. So check your motherboard model, Google it, and check how to configure the BIOS for Mac OS. Okay, somebody else probably did it and provided information. Okay, so it's really important. Sometimes it's just one thing that prevents us to run Mac OS, because you need to turn it off or turn it on. Okay, so right now I will focus the camera. Okay, so we need to select the language. I will select English. Okay, now we need to select disk utility, and you should see your hard drive to be able to install. Okay, so mine is this one. It's already formatted for Mac, but you, as I told you, if you have it partitioned in FAT GUID, you will be able to format in APFS, the new Mac format for hard drives, or Mac OS extended journalet. Okay, for the tutorial I used Mac OS journalet, but I recommend that you use APFS. Okay, it's a new system for Mojave and the last versions of ICR. So now we are ready to proceed with the installation. So select the install Mac OS, click continue, agree, and you should see your hard drive. Click install, and now it will start copying files from the pen drive to your hard drive. Okay, once again the video will be fast forward, and this process will restart several times, so be ready to boot again from the pen drive. Okay, so I will press F12 again because I have a gigabyte motherboard. So now I need to select the UEFI partition from my pen drive. And now we have two selections. Okay, so we have this one, the new one created on our hard drive. I will select that one and press enter. So some files were copied from the pen drive to the hard drive, and now the installation is running from the hard drive. Okay, so it will take about 22 minutes. So once again I will do some video editing and I will fast forward the installation. Don't forget, if this video was useful to you, if you are learning something, if I'm helping you, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, leave your comment. Require some help from me or from other viewers, use the comment below. Okay, so another restart. Again, you need to press F12, select to boot from the pen drive, and select again from the hard drive. Okay, so this Clover bootloader will mimic a real Mac Wi-Fi. Okay, so the system will think that is running on a real Mac. Okay, so if everything went okay, you should see the Apple, and now the process will run until the end, and you will have macOS High Sierra running on your PC. So normally people that do Hackintosh for several years, normally we buy parts to be 100% compatible with macOS. So if you are just trying by luck, probably you will have some hardware that will not be so compatible. So probably if you want to have the full experience, you will have to swap probably your GPU, your Wi-Fi, and some other stuff. But normally we can work around and get macOS working really well on a PC. Okay, so in my machine I bought everything to work with macOS, and I have been upgrading since probably Mavericks, or I don't know, until Mojave. Okay, so this tutorial is about High Sierra, but I already have Mojave, so my machine is always compatible. Okay, so last startup from the pen drive again, and we should complete. Now, as you can see, we have a third option, boot from HS High Sierra. That's my hard drive. Okay, so press enter, and as I told you, this image was created by the Brazilian community, and it's created to be able to install in the majority of a custom PC. So in the final, in order to be 100% with your machine, you will need to do some tweaks. So you will need to install kernel extensions, to change things inside the Clover bootloader. There is a file inside. There is the file that tells your machine what kind of Mac you have and what it needs to do. So that is why we need the Clover configurator. Okay, so now we need to tell the machine our location. So I'm in Portugal. Click continue. I will select my keyboard, local network using DHCP. And so no, it's not detecting my network, so that is one thing that we will need to do in post installation. So as I told you, not everything will run. After the installation, we will need to fix several things. So if you are a lucky guy, probably you will have everything working, but normally there is no sound or no internet or something like that. Okay, so normally we always need to install or correct something. Okay, so After this video I will do another one correcting the things missing on my installation, so you will be able to see what you have to do in order to correct or install in your installation: sound, your video card or your network card, something like that. Okay, so I'm changing my logo because I don't like that one. I will select the password, the same password over here. Okay, select continue. And don't forget to, if you have questions about installation, to use the comments below, because the other viewers also know how to help. Normally the Hackintosh community people help other users, so don't be shy, make questions and tell us what but normally you need to inform what kind of hardware you have. Okay, so I'm configured the keyboard, so detected the keyboard, and this is the pen drive, the bootloader. So as you can see, we have installed macOS High Sierra 10.13.6. okay, so it has detected the processor, the memory, the hard drive, but as I told you, I don't have network. We will need to fix that on post installation, and also we don't have sound. Okay, so no output, no input. We will have to correct that in the second video, in the post installation, so don't miss that one. Consider to subscribe the channel, because I will be doing more tutorials probably for Hackintosh. And don't forget, if you like the video, to give it a thumbs up, and I catch you on the next one. Bye bye. If you like this video, please subscribe.